The largest electronics manufacturing company in the world is Foxconn, officially known as Hon High Precision Industry Company, Limited. Foxconn is a Taiwanese multinational electronics contract manufacturer, and it is well known for its role in producing some of the world's most popular consumer electronics, including products for companies like Apple, Sony, Microsoft, and many others. Foxconn's story is closely tied to the rise of global electronics production and the demand for consumer gadgets in the digital age. Here is the detailed story of Foxconn, along with key facts about its rise to becoming the largest electronics manufacturer in the world. The founding of Foxconn. When and where. Foxconn was founded in 1974 by Terry Gou in Tucheng, New Taipei, Taiwan. Initially, the company was a small operation focused on producing plastic components for television sets. Founder Terry Gou, the visionary behind Foxconn, started the company with just $7,500 and a commitment to low-cost, high-volume manufacturing. His goal was to provide affordable components for the rapidly expanding electronics market. Early success. In the early years, Foxconn gained a foothold by manufacturing connectors and plastic components for electronics. However, it was during the 1980s and 1990s that the company began to scale dramatically, entering the PC industry as it became a key supplier for personal computers. The rise of Foxconn in the 1990s and 2000s. Foxconn's real breakthrough came during the 1990s as global demand for electronics surged. The rise of personal computers, gaming consoles, and later, smartphones, created an enormous market for high-volume, low-cost manufacturing services. Global expansion. Foxconn rapidly expanded its operations beyond Taiwan, building factories in China, where labor costs were lower, allowing for mass production at a lower cost. Its largest factory, known as Foxconn City, is located in Shenzhen, China. Shenzhen facility. Opened in 1988, the Shenzhen facility became the heart of Foxconn's operations. It grew into a sprawling industrial complex, employing hundreds of thousands of workers. Often referred to as Foxconn City, this factory alone is estimated to house 300,000 to 450,000 workers at its peak. It produces everything from iPhones and iPads to gaming consoles like PlayStation and Xbox. Apple partnership. One of Foxconn's most significant milestones was its partnership with Apple. In 2001, Foxconn became the key manufacturer of Apple products, including the iPod, and later, the iPhone. This partnership propelled Foxconn into becoming the world's largest contract manufacturer, as demand for Apple products soared globally. Foxconn's expansion beyond China. Factories worldwide. In addition to its operations in China, Foxconn has expanded into many other countries. It has factories in India, Brazil, Mexico, Vietnam, Hungary, Czech Republic, Malaysia, and the United States, among others. This global expansion allows Foxconn to meet the demands of different markets while mitigating risks related to labor costs and geopolitical issues. Indian operations. Foxconn has invested heavily in India, where it has opened large manufacturing plants. This move is partly driven by the Indian government's push for Make in India, which encourages foreign companies to produce locally. Foxconn's factories in India assemble smartphones and other electronics, including iPhones. Foxconn's role in the global electronics supply chain. Foxconn plays a crucial role in the global electronics supply chain. As a contract manufacturer, Foxconn doesn't design or sell products under its own brand, for the most part. Instead, it manufactures products for other companies, including many of the biggest tech giants in the world. Key clients. Some of Foxconn's largest clients include Apple, Sony, Dell, Hewlett-Packard, HP, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Xiaomi, and Nintendo. Its most high-profile partnership is with Apple, as Foxconn is the primary assembler of iPhones, iPads, and MacBooks. High-tech manufacturing. Foxconn's factories use cutting-edge technology to achieve high-volume production. They employ robotics and automation for precision tasks, but many of the assembly jobs still require human labor, especially in the final assembly and quality control stages. Key facts about Foxconn: largest employer in electronics manufacturing. Foxconn is one of the largest employers in the world, with over 1.2 million employees globally at its peak. A significant number of these employees work at its massive factories in Shenzhen, Zhengzhou, and other parts of China. Foxconn City, Shenzhen. The Shenzhen facility is often referred to as a factory town because it includes dormitories, grocery stores, restaurants, hospitals, and other facilities to support its huge workforce. This industrial complex is like a self-sustaining city, and many workers live and work within its confines. Worker conditions controversies. Foxconn has faced criticism over the years for its labor practices and working conditions. In 2010, a series of worker suicides at its Shenzhen factory prompted global scrutiny and led to reforms, including wage increases and improved worker welfare. However, concerns about long working hours and harsh conditions have persisted. Diversification. In recent years, Foxconn has been diversifying its business model. It has invested in electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, and semiconductor manufacturing. This shift is part of Foxconn's strategy to reduce its reliance on traditional electronics assembly and move into higher tech, higher margin industries. Zhengzhou Factory. Foxconn's Zhengzhou factory, often referred to as the iPhone City, is one of the largest production centers in the world. Located in Henan Province, this factory is dedicated to assembling iPhones and is responsible for a large portion of Apple's global supply. At its height, the Zhengzhou facility employed up to 350,000 workers. Foxconn's future and challenges. Foxconn faces numerous challenges as it looks to the future. Automation. As labor costs rise in China, Foxconn has been increasingly turning to automation to maintain efficiency. The company has implemented robots for various tasks in its factories, though it still employs large numbers of human workers for complex assembly jobs. Geopolitical tensions. The trade war between the US and China has had an impact on Foxconn's operations. As a major supplier to American tech companies, Foxconn has faced pressure to diversify its manufacturing outside of China to avoid tariffs and other trade barriers. Electric vehicles, EVs. Foxconn is making significant investments in the electric vehicle, EV, industry. The company has announced partnerships with automakers like Fisker and Byton to develop and manufacture electric cars. This move is part of Foxconn's strategy to tap into the growing EV market and diversify beyond traditional consumer electronics. Environmental sustainability. As part of global trends, Foxconn is also focusing on improving its environmental sustainability efforts, such as reducing energy consumption and waste in its factories. However, like many large manufacturers, it faces scrutiny over its environmental impact. 7. Conclusion. The story of Foxconn. Foxconn's rise from a small manufacturer in Taiwan to the largest electronics factory in the world is a story of industrial-scale innovation, global supply chain dominance, and the ability to adapt to the fast-evolving electronics market. While the company has faced challenges related to labor practices, trade wars, and economic shifts, it remains a central player in the production of many of the world's most popular consumer electronics. With its ambitious plans to expand into electric vehicles, semiconductors, and advanced technologies, Foxconn's future will likely be shaped by how well it can navigate the challenges of automation, diversification, and geopolitical tension. Despite these challenges, Foxconn's role in shaping the modern electronics industry is undeniable, and it continues to be a critical force behind some of the most iconic products in the world.